Yeah, thank you. So, welcome to today's session. My name is Kamboy, and this is our third mentor me session. And we are having with us. I'm not going to introduce her yet, but we'll introduce her much later. So, today is going to be a whole new session for us because most of us here, except maybe a few of us, may have known about translation in the Wikimedia space, not about translation or Translate Wiki yet, but on the main space itself. And so most of us are not really aware of how to make the translation happen. But today we're going to have a basic introduction to that very translation. And I would like all of us to introduce ourselves, and then at the end of the day, when it comes back to me, yes, so I'll just throw over the mic to Greta to take over. So I'll just give Kuyet the mic so he can introduce himself and pass it over to the next person. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Kambai. Thank you. And good evening, everyone. So, my name is Kuyet Friday, and I'm a member of the Tyap Wikimedians User Group. And also, I edit and I contribute most of my Wikipedia voluntary work in the Tyap Wiki space. So, and I'm happy to be here today. And with us, I think I'll just pass the mic to Guafla. Please, can you introduce yourself? Then pass the mic to the next person. Benjamin, can you hear me?
Good evening, everyone. Uh, my name is Danjuma Abuakrab Anthony, and I'm from the Tyap Wikimedians User Group. Thank you.
Thank you, Guafla. Okay. Elvisen, you're up.
All right, good evening, everyone. I hope you can hear me.
Loud and clear.
Okay, my name is Husseini Mohammed. I'm from Nigeria. I'm a Wikimedian. I voluntarily edit Hausa Wikipedia, English Wikipedia, and Bole Wikipedia. It is a privilege to be with you today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Abraham, are you there?
Yeah, my name is Abraham Jeremiah. I'm from Tyap Wikimedians User Group.
Thank you very much, Abraham. So, once again, welcome everyone. And at this point, I'll just like to pass back the mic to Kambai as we introduce our first guest speaker for today. So, Kambai.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kuyet, and thank you all for joining us today. So I think the moment has come for us to give over the mic to whom the mic belongs to today. So I will give over to Greta to take over from here. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, very gladly. Thank you so much from my side as well for spending this Saturday evening with us. Um, yes, so my name is Greta. I've been part of the movement since 2013, and I am board member of Wikimedians of Albania language for over 10 years now. I was one of the co-founders of the user group, and the Wikimedians of Albanian language user group. It's operating in Albania and in Kosovo. I don't know if you know where Albania is or anything about us, but
Yeah,
in general, I say it's east of Italy and there is a sea between us, and then it's north
please.
of Greece. Yeah. So, so yeah, we have beautiful beaches, even though it's and mountains and valleys. So we have everything about nature. Unfortunately, I haven't been to Nigeria. I've been to Africa, but in South Africa. So would love to see that part of the world, but we're very small compared to you.
No, we
Um,
want you to be. to come to us.
Oh yeah, gladly, very
Yeah.
gladly. Yeah, because I talked a bit with Kambai, and I have a technical background. I studied computer science, and but I have a very I have interest in arts and languages. So I was checking a bit about your language because it's always interesting for me. If I could, I would speak all the languages in the world, but unfortunately, I'm struggling with German right now because I live in Berlin. But yeah, so, so yeah, like I've been part of the movement since over 12 years, for 12 years now. So yeah, I've been around since some time. Um, and at the group, unfortunately, I only do management stuff. I don't have that much time anymore to edit myself, but this is how I started, just by editing article. And because I have a technical background, I also ran a bot for some time. And yeah, I did a lot of edits and corrected articles on the Albanian Wikipedia. And yeah, I was very happy when Mali introduced us to do this workshop, because now that I'm not involved that much with the editing, and which means that I have little contact with other communities in this level as a volunteer, because I do this as a volunteer. It's been some times I don't do this, and I was very happy that we got in touch. Yeah, so I propose today to kind of introduce you a bit, or show you a bit more for the ones that already know the translation tool and how easy it is to translate articles. In general, you can do in your local Wikipedias, but I think it's not that easy to do it in the English one. So you cannot translate article from your language to English, because you have to have specific permissions to do that, like to avoid abusive articles. So you're gonna see some Albanian today, because the only way how to do this is from English to Albanian. But because the tools are the same, you don't need to know the language. You just see the buttons and you see the structure, and you already um, will figure it out how to do it. Um, I don't think we need 1 hour, but I'm gonna make sure that I make it as long as I can, and hope it's not gonna be boring. But yeah. I can start, and you can interrupt me anytime, and we can discuss things if necessary, because it is a bit about that, because we're going to translate articles from a tool, which means that Google Translate will be used. And in general, it's up to the translator how they're going to adapt the article in their language. So I guess I should share my screen now. And I think a window would be good enough. Wikipedia. Share, I guess you can see it now. Is it big enough? Should I zoom in, or?
Yeah, maybe we can zoom in a little bit.
Yeah, and make it a bit larger. Yeah, is this good enough? Like, can you see the icons and the text? I
Yeah,
can zoom
as
more.
for me, it's okay. But
Yeah,
for others, I don't know.
yeah. I'll try to also explain which part of the page I am, so it's gonna to make it easier for everyone. But yeah, I'm on Wikipedia Albania right now. If you see, we have two banners here. We are running Wiki Science competition right now. Um, and just to visually see our user group, we are this group, and we have like a full page of events since 2015, which was 10 years ago when we got recognized. We also have fundings from Wikimedia Foundation, because we have two staff members, Vjosa in Albania and Greta in Kosovo, which help us a lot, especially with on-site activities. And if you're curious, you can look meta or comments what we do, because we've been around since some time. So yes. Um, so yeah, the translation tool can be found on your, after you log in. I guess I'm logged in already. I'm this user, um, and you go to your personal settings, I would say, on the top right of the screen. And the third one from the last, it's called translations in English, or in India, or whatever it's called on your language. So I need to ask, how can I pronounce your the name of your group, like Tyap or Tyap
No,
or
Tyap.
Tyap?
Yeah, Tyap
Oh,
Wikimedians.
Tyap Wikimedians. Okay, thank you. So you
Yeah.
can also see the logo of the translation. So it's easy to find. And after you click here, you're going to be sent to another page, which is this one. And in general, if you use it for the first time, you're going to have some pop-ups that kind of shows you how to use it and where to find what. And if you use it at least once, and I've used it for some time, you're going to have whatever is in progress, because you don't have to finish the article right away. You can save a draft and go back to it. Or if you like on the left, you have suggestions. This means suggestions, like there are some suggestions depending on what I wrote before. It gives me some articles to translate that are not in Albanian Wikipedia. If you see here, I have already pre-selected English Wikipedia is the Wikipedia that I'm going to use to get the article that already exists. And the Albanian one, which is, we say ship, that's the Albanian version of the Albanian, is the language that I'm going to translate it. Here you only are going to have articles that don't exist in your language or the language that you choose to translate it from. So I was thinking to translate a new article today, and it's going to be so it's with an A, right? It's like that. It's your language. So let's see how this is going to work out. This article doesn't exist in the Albanian Wikipedia. I already checked it a bit. And I would say this means start your translation. And now we're going to see the interface of the tool. Sorry, I would like to move it a bit in my screen because I have a big screen now. So just to see how it works, like here it's the title. Then there are some categories. Only 3 of them I can translate in Albanian because the rest probably does not exist in our language. This is the not news box. How do you say this in English? Like
The
the
info box.
info box. Yes, exactly, info box. Thank you. In general, there are some issues with Infobox because just by clicking a button, it's going to try to translate everything about this Infobox. But in your local language, in general, we don't have everything from the Infobox that the English one has. We have some titles, we have some fields, colors, but not everything. So in general, it takes a bit of time to make the article look nice. And in general, when I have long articles, I try to avoid translating this with a tool, but doing it manually instead. But just for the sake of this workshop, I'm going to try to translate it and do it and see what issues will we have. So to figure it out how we can fix it in the end. And then every section has a small kind of section to be translated. So you don't translate the article in one go, you do it section by section. You need to adapt it in your own words, kind of, so it's not 100% tool translated, and then you move on. Depending how big the article is, like if you can see here, this is a very long article. There's a lot of, also my page is a bit zoomed in, so it looks longer than it actually is. But yeah, I will translate some of the sections today just for us to figure out the tool and probably save it as a draft instead of publishing it because it takes a bit of time to adapt it the right way. So we don't publish that article. There is also something else here, like close to the like a menu or something, or settings menu. Here you can decide if you want to publish right away after you're done with the translation as a new page in your own language, or you want to save a personal draft in your user space. when you make your drafts, when you're not sure where to publish it. I will try the draft for now, just in case because it's a long article and I don't want to accidentally publish something not good. So this is not, yeah, so you see here, it already changed the title. And the article now, it will be saved on my own, which is my user space, and the name of the article. And whenever I'm ready to publish it, I can publish it from there. So I will go on and start with text, and then we will go to some of the info boxes. But first, start with the text, because I would like to explain what is this right tool here. Things will keep popping up, actually. So this is relatively a longer text compared to the others. I just click, in English, this would be add your translation, add the translation, actually. So I just click on it. It will take a very little, or it will take a bit, and you already have the article translated. If you see, there's already something popping up here, and it says probleme. That means problems. Fix them before you publish it. Is telling me that the reference is missing, and it cannot be transferred to the text yet, because of course I'm translating an article and I haven't added references to the end yet. I can go fast. I hope I did not make everyone dizzy, but you will have references here, and as you see, these are not added yet. This will be added in the end. And of course, if I don't translate the whole article, I will not add all the references. I will only add the ones that I already translated. So here, and then I will go through the text. I'm not sure how to say this in Albania, but if I have to literally translate it, it will be like this with an E. That's like Tyap. And if I don't do anything about it, because if I go through the text, I already checked it a bit. So the text is translated relatively well. I wouldn't have that big of a remark, but the tool will not allow me to, unless I insist very much. Like if I click this one, which says like mark it as solved, it will accept it. But in general, because it's always advised for you to write articles on your own language, not language as in Albanian, but on the way how you express yourself. So it's a personalized one, or using your own way how you express things. It is advised for you to rephrase some sentences, even though they are technically translated correctly. And to show like some of it, like for example, the first thing that I would do, and you can visually already tell, it's the, how you say it, like the links that are connected to articles that exist or not in the Albanian Wikipedia in this case. And from all this text, there are only 1, 2, 3 articles. These gray ones have the link syntax, the HTML syntax, but actually they don't exist on the Albanian Wikipedia. In general, it's advised for articles that you think are not going to be written anytime soon to remove the link, and the link can be added whenever the article is written. So in this case, I would just remove it by clicking the remove link button, because I don't know if we're going to write these articles anytime soon. So I already did a small change. Like it's not 100% like it was before. Then I will go through it. Wait, I remembered something. So here as well, it needs to be changed, but I will consult it again. What would be the best way to write this name in Albanian? I see like some issues in the text, like spaces before the commas. These are also wrong. And I want also this reference looks weird, but I will check in the end. And other than that, I don't think I have any space before a comma or a dot. So that should be fine. What I would do next is like I would read one sentence and I can see if I can rephrase it. And if I think I cannot make it better, I will move to the next one. So I go back and forth, you know, go back here, go back here. I think this needs a T in the end because cases. Iubito plate out, maritime nesam tenigeris. I don't have any other comment about this sentence, and then I go to the next one. Okay. I also don't know how to rephrase this better or add something or remove something. I think it's good enough. I have a question. Which gender is Tyap in your language?
Yeah, Tyap is a genderless language, so it's
No,
unlike.
the word. Okay, so it's not feminine or masculine. Okay, because in Albanian this would be masculine because, like for example, this it says here that it is also known by, because in English we have it, in Albania we don't have it, we have gendered. Well, ata, ato, no, it's gendered. So in this case, I would go for the masculine one because it makes sense in Albania. Yeah, the proper evertate. Like this word, I can say it better. Iduhuri, for example, just to change something. And do I have it anywhere else and I missed it? No. Okay. So as you can see here, it says 93 now instead of 99. It's still not good enough. In general, it's expected to make this lower, but because Google Translate now it's so good with the English, with the Albanian language, because it has a lot of contributors as well that improve the language. It's a bit hard to go lower than 80 or 70, but just so you know, as a rule, it is preferable for you to rephrase as much as you can. So I will mark it as solved because I can. By the way, this red globe here, it's my own typo corrector that I have in my browser. This has nothing to do with the tool, just in case if you're wondering. So now we translate only the title of the next session, sorry, does someone wants to talk now? Next session is what I wanted to say. This is also relatively a long section, so Spondaria, it's translated correctly. In general, the only thing that I can do here is change the case because sometimes they do the wrong case for the titles in the Albanian one. But in this case, Spondaria, yeah, it's correct. And I will click again the add translation for this section. Again, the first thing that I will do is remove the links that don't exist in the Albanian one after checking carefully or take my time to see if any of it will be written anytime soon. I mean, this, for example, are states, right, or countries, states. So probably if they're big enough, they're going to be in the Albanian Wikipedia already, but right now they're not. So Yeah, like for example, Lataught, like I already can see there is a typo here. And then I go back to trying to adapt the text again. I'm trying to find some typical sentences just to see how we can do it. But in general, I think we all are editors here, so we all know what it means when we say we need to adapt the text according to our own ways or how we think it's gonna sound better. So the yours Tyap Wikimedians User Group të shoqërisë vendore të jenës Kauras. I would do it like that and hit. Instead, sakale jenën edhe më këtë. Okay. Okay. Like it's so well translated that I feel uncomfortable that I cannot make it better. Okay, there's also a space there. Okay, 91, we did a bit more on this one. Let's see what else. Liomit, I would say would be the, still again, I need to probably check them again. That card, this is correct. This is the up it. Again, if this is how would be the correct case in our language, and probably with a dash. But again, I need to check that. Yama, this is how you write it with, okay, and go to Yamas then. Okay, I hope when my Albanian friends see this, they will not judge my translation, and I hope I don't miss something very obvious, but this is not about knowing well Albanian, it's about how it should work, the tool, how it should work. So, I would try to, it's been half an hour, so I was thinking, oh, we went 89. If we want to, like, to explain something else, because otherwise it's gonna be whatever I did so far, it's gonna go on until I have a table that sometimes, like, for example, let's try to translate this table, but this is so long that I feel it might break a lot of things, so, but I can translate, for example, this one, to see how it looks, and if it's broken, yeah, you see phonologia would be with an A here. And if it's broken, then we can see how, okay, it says it failed, because probably there is something in the Albanian Wikipedia missing, especially for the characters, and it doesn't, okay, it doesn't recognize it, but it showed something, wait, as with all red, but it looks decent, right? Like, so it only got the table, but not the translation of the titles of the table, or the, like the main field, which is very interesting and very good, because now we can see how to translate it when the tool does not work. What we would do in this case, we would go the old school way. We double click on the field that we want to change. Maybe I do it one by one so I don't forget what it was. And in this case, I would just write alphabeti, Tyap, and previous basic. How can I translate this in Albanian? This would be Baziket. It's also not an Albanian word. Maybe Filesa. Let's see if I'm correct. Vlerat Phonetica. I think this is how it should be. And now we have to go one by one, but I'm not going to go one by one so you're not bored, because I guess this each one of these has an explanation in the English one, but of course it doesn't have anything in Albania because we're creating a new article to begin with. So we just delete. You see what I did? I hope I can, okay. You need to, yeah, this is gonna take some time. So for now, I'm gonna leave it like that. By the way, I accidentally deleted the table by selecting it instead of deleting the link here, and it was very obvious. It says delete the table, and I still clicked the button. So clicking Control Z, it returns the last thing that you did on your page in this case. Just in case, no panic if you translate a big section and you adapt it carefully and then you delete it like I did. So I would leave it like that for now because it's not complaining. The thing, it's not complaining that much. The right part of the screen is not showing any weird pop-ups. So yeah. And like the small section for whatever this table means, which is phonology, which would be phonologia in Albanian. Alphabeti, we always have this E, tia, it. I don't want to try to read this because then I'm going to become a meme. Had 39 letters, this is correct. Drafted nga komuniteti I shkrimleximit. In this case would be Tyap. And here I need this one. For easy writing, I'm going to do it like this. Chat filimi të viteve 90s. Okay. Viteve non-mentioned date. Okay, that's correct. I'm not going to continue with the next ones because, yeah, I will need to adapt some more text. But I wanted to show you, for example, maybe this is a good example. As you see here, in general, when there is the rule, I think it's when you have to pronounce a word or a name or something, it's written in italics. So the way, yeah, like here, for example, I think this means the alphabet of Tyap, or
Yes.
yes, in your
Yes,
language.
it means the Tyap alphabet.
Okay. Yeah. So let's assume that this was actually not the style of the text was not caught correctly from the tool, which in this case is. But if that would not be the case, this is where we do the changes to make it as accurate as we can compared to the language that we are translating, in this case, the English one. So if it would be bold, we can do it bold, but it's not bold. If it's not italic, we would do it italic. Like if it was like this, which in the beginning, when I started using the tool, which was years ago, it was not catching that much from the style, so you had to style the article yourself. So now it's almost the same. Yeah. So it's here, but very easy because it's the same interface as a normal article. It's just positioned in the top right. Yeah, these are the images, and you can very easily tell because of the icons, I guess. And this, yeah. Now you can also choose which tool you want to use translation, but I think I'm gonna keep what I have because it worked well so far. I would like to see if I have a preview button to see what we've done. Maybe it's in the end. Okay. Let's see what else I can show you from the tool before we move to another part of the text. So this is, I can try, but if it doesn't work, we can always delete it. So the title would be this one, and then this would be the info box that I keep forgetting for some reason how it's called. I'll make it a bit wider. I hope it's not gonna be too small for you to look at, but it's a good example what's happening, because it actually did not really translate anything, as you can see, but it saved the whole structure of the info box, which in the end, that's what we need, because we can always write our own text.
I'm sorry, Greta. It's as if the screen is not sharing. That's I don't really know if.
I can move it and reshare it again,
y- yes, maybe again.
of course.
Even though it is okay. Sorry, it's my bad. I was looking at it from the YouTube recording, but it's actually working. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no problem at all. This is good that somebody pays attention to this part. So I can make it a bit bigger again. And the same thing as with the table, the way how to translate parts of the info box that are not translated is by double clicking. And then we have the typical, I think you're used to this interface when you add references, for example. If you use the new reference pop-up, it's gonna look very similar to this one. So I will keep so the name, it's in Albania, it's be like this. Ketab, I think it's correct. Nigeria, it's Nigeria, we would say, but it's correct. I think this would be removed, because otherwise we would just get the name. We don't need to translate any of those because those are links. And then here, I think I would write it alpha beta a bit. And then here I would write Komiteti I Juhasis Satyapit. We need the here. I hope I still have Juhasis. And then so on, like because it was a very long one. Like for example, here would be UNESCO, because it's English. UNESCO, like that. And whatever is to be translated, it will be translated. Let's see what we, so if you see here, it's changed already. Komiteti Juicy City, it's also changed. The names of the dialects, I did not change them. I kept them the way how it is, but probably they will need to be adapted in the right cases in Albania. This one got changed, alphabet Tyapit. And this whole thing needs to be changed as well, like this part of the, but why it's not here? Was it here? Ah, yeah, it's here. So, just translating, nothing fancy. I think should be, but The last part is not shown anywhere, right? Or am I scrolling too fast? Because, yeah, I have it here. Where is that coming from? You see, there's this part here. Oh, can I actually do it like that? No. Oh, yeah, probably it needs to go here, but no, this is just a stamp. It's not connected to this one. It should be the same for everyone. Yeah, I'll try once more and then we can figure it out some other time. So I think it's the same. Yeah, we can write it on with a comment how to find fields that actually we cannot see. I never had this situation, so I don't know. Maybe it's a section on its own. I don't know. But the backup plan, it's always after we publish it, there's always the manual editing. So in this case, that's what I would do, because if you see also the template fields are not translated. So I would just go and translate them after I publish it, which we will see how it looks on my page. Yeah, here, what it says here is just some suggestions and just steps like click to translate, make the text readable and not machine readable, but machine written text, and then click publish. So what I would do now is actually do that, try to publish it, so we can do the next thing that I wanted to show you, how to fix an article that already is published, not necessary by you, but if you see some syntax that is wrong, like the HTML one, for example, how to fix it. So let's double check it's a draft. I'll click publish, and then let's see the masterpiece that probably will look too bad. Yeah. Sorry. Like the first thing, what is this? Like I missed a C here. Whatever I was doing looks like, let's delete that. But yeah, this is the article that we wrote. Fancy, right? Very fancy. And you can already see that we missed some stuff. Sorry about that. We should have added somewhere here the reference title, which I will do it now. But think about if we would have had this article published and not on my drafts. My other editors would have not been very happy about me. Whatever I see that doesn't make sense or it shouldn't be there, I just delete it and then fix it whenever I can. This table here looks very odd. It shouldn't look like that, but again, it's a manual edit that we will fix it eventually. Or if you cannot fix it and you want to publish the article, just delete that part that you cannot fix. And I will delete it in this case. So, and we already have some text for the phonetics. Okay. The info box is bigger than the text we translated, but it's acceptable. We are just learning the tool here. We're not doing translation. And this would move me to the, we would kind of shift to the next thing. to fix. And funny enough, we already have it here. You see these ones? I don't know. In Albanian Wikipedia, we have a lot of articles that have this missing language parameter, which is very annoying because sometimes it actually exists, but it needs to be re-added in order to work. And I think there is something wrong with a template. I don't know if it happens in other languages, but we hosted a workshop just to fix these ones actually. And I also have some other articles that we can see how to edit them. In general, what I would do is like sometimes I just click the edit. You know, we have two kinds of edits. The fancy one, just edit and you see the text formatted, or edit the code. I don't know. In general, I always used to do the code one, but now because we have this nice interface, I would click that. This is just some tips. And I would go here and I would see, I don't know, the first one here. Like the language is missing. So I would click it. I would click, actually double clicking should work better, yes. And this is the reference page. I think all of you have seen it at least once. And now I would look for language, which is language. I was expecting it in Albanian, but it's English, it's all right. But wait, first I need to know which language was this. The Journal of the Royal African Society, I'm assuming it's English. So again, double click. I don't know if you can see, double click in this. See, this is one reference, this is two, this is three. I click on the first one. I search for the language and I write EN, like the code for the language one. I click add, I think it's in English, and as you can see, it's already fixed. Then I would go to the next one. Again, I would look for the field, which is language, not language, but language. And I will click EN because I think it was also English, right? The second one. No, actually it's, no, it's English. Yeah, in English, yeah. Do the same for the rest. And then I will, you see, sometimes it's language, sometimes it's Albanian. Super odd, but anyway. It's English again. And you can already tell it's looking nicer. It's English, not Albanian. But let's double check. Yeah, it's English. Yeah, and then, and just to make sure, if you're not sure what language is it, just click on the reference, see what language is the reference, and do it. So we click publish our changes, and look at that. We fixed it. I can also show like another one. I looked for some articles to see how to fix them. I was looking for like weird weird problems that you might have, but I didn't find anyone. I even checked it with a group and they were like, yeah, we ran a workshop to fix those, so there are not so many. But yeah, this is the same, I think. Yeah, it's only the language is missing. So we do the same. We click, oh, actually, let's do it the other way around. So let's assume you don't like this fancy, I call it fancy editing interface. You want to do the old school edit from the code, okay? What I would do, I click Control F, I look for the reference. The reference is here, and I only had one, I think. Yeah. So the way how to add that one, how to add the language field that is missing and it's required for every reference, the way how you do it, it's you do like a straight line. There is a name for it. How is this called in English? I'm sure there is a name.
It is called a pipe.
Yes, pipe. Thank you. Oh my God, I use this on coding.
Yeah, it's called a pipe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You do the pipe and you do it exactly after the last whatever in this case URL, as you can see here, like the URL. and I can already tell that the reference is in English because this is Albanian, because this is an Albanian page. We switch to a new article, okay? And then I write language in the end of the reference, but before the curly brackets, I write SQ. I think we don't need the space, but to make sure, let's do a preview. Let's see if we fixed it. Sorry, I'm going too fast. Yes, we fixed it. You see? Nice. Okay, then we click publish, and we do just a small note. Publish. And at least 2 articles now have the correct reference and no problems. I would say this would be more or less, unless you want to do another example with your own language or something. I think this would be it. And the way how to publish this would be just create a new article like you normally do and copy paste the code, or however it's more convenient for you. And if you feel confident enough, like for example, if you are translating a very easy article, just publish it right away. So again, it's in your private account settings, tools, translate tool. You can see what I have already translated. You see there are a lot, but it was 5 years ago. And then you click new translation. Then you choose between, before you choose new translation, you choose the language, Albanian in this case. And, no, sorry, this is what I published. I was wondering why it doesn't let me choose like English and Albanian. So yeah, that'll be it. And you can check whenever I publish this article in the next couple of days, because I would like to make it pretty and make it this probably a bit smaller. And I can always go back to this article and translate it from here because I'm not done with it, or do it manually on your code, like from the article after publishing. But you can go back and forth as many times as you want. Yeah. So I will unshare my screen now. Unless somebody has questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Thank you very much, Greta. So please, the mic is on. Does anyone have a question to ask? Maybe when she was presenting, you must have, okay, this place is looking dark, so you are wishing she should kind of pause a bit so that you can ask her a question. Now she has paused and she wants you to ask her a question so that
if you have some, and I would also be happy to help some of you to translate some articles. Contact me whenever you want. Abai has my contact, so very happy to do that actually. Yeah.
So the floor is on. You have been invited to come over. So,
yeah, if I'm in that part of the world, very happy to come and do a live workshop with you, with whatever. Like as I said, I deal with community in the management part. I work with community. I have technical background, so whatever there is out there and I don't know yet, I can learn it and teach it to you. So yeah.
Yes, that would be nice. And we're also looking forward to a period where we'll invite you in person. You'll come over to Nigeria and then give us a presentation. Only you and us.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, so,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you, Greta. I think this one is yes. So this is a very beautiful presentation. Honestly, I believe some of the participants here will actually find this thing very, very, very useful for them in carrying out their translation work. So well done. But now the question is, as a Czech language, we are not so big, and me myself, I've been trying. I've most of my translation, though we do it manually. But from what you just presented, it's like your own. You have the machine translation, which I don't think that is enabled currently in the Tyap language.
Mm-hmm.
Am I correct, Kampai?
Yes, you are you are best. But
Yeah.
even though it is a bit enabled, but we don't usually have the translation done on the other side. So one would have to be the one to do
So,
it.
so we have to do it manually.
Yeah.
So I believe,
So,
yes,
mhm. Sorry.
yeah. Go on, please.
No, I was just curious. So when you translate stuff on Google Translate, you don't get any results, or you get bad results.
We don't even have a representation on Google
I see.
Translate.
Yeah, but there are
Yes.
other tools, hopefully, that you can use to translate text. And but this tool can be useful, for example, for articles like this one, so you don't have to do manually the tables, for example, or the info boxes. Like would be to add the skeleton at least and manually write the text. I think it would be very useful. But yeah,
Yes.
otherwise,
As for
yeah.
the if as for the info box, I think we don't usually write it manually. Once you
Hmm.
just input the, the right command, the info box will drop by default. But when it comes to the main translation itself, we don't have it as good as it is from your own
Hmm.
interface like that. So we
Hmm.
have to carry our own manually. So I don't know how long will it take for us to
Yeah, I
reach this
see.
level.
Yeah, fair enough. Do you only, like your user group does only work in the Tiap language, or do you do any other Nigerian dialect or something?
Yeah, among us we have like El Hussein. He works on the Bole Wikipedia, and then we also have some editors from the Ju Wikipedia, and we also have some others from the Yam and so on and so forth, other languages. But most of these languages are in the incubator, so it's only Tiap that
Hmm.
is out of the incubator. But the Hausa language also, El Hussein works on the Hausa language. But Hausa is a big language, unlike us
Mm,
that are
I
quite
see.
small. Yeah.
Yeah, but what this tool can be useful maybe is for you to kind of spread your own culture into other languages. So trying to translate articles that you have in your language, in English, for example, or in Italian or whatever is, or French. I think there is French spoken in Africa, for whoever can correct whoever knows the language. So it's easy for them to adapt it. So yeah, somehow. For this tool to be useful. But I understand that's a pity that
Yeah,
there is not
honestly.
enough. Yeah,
So it is what it is.
yeah,
We keep working hard. We hope that when we keep translating on the Translate Wiki, maybe very soon we should be able to have our machine translation
yeah,
effectively uh, working. So we hope to achieve that very soon. But then, with this illustration you just did, I believe it is quite very important for us as we keep growing. We
mm,
also make sure that other people who have their language enabled, we will pass the message to them, and so
yeah,
to also show them how easy they can also translate using the
yeah,
machine translation.
exactly. Yeah, fair. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly, exactly. Yeah, cool. Very
Yeah.
cool.
So,
Yeah,
so thank you very much
Thank you.
for the
you're,
time.
you're
Yeah,
welcome. Thank you
yeah,
all for your
and
time.
mm,
So, do
yeah.
you have anybody with question now before we allow Greta go? And our time is almost up. Any person with question?
If no one has a question, me, I have a question that I
Sure.
want to ask. But then my own question is only related to languages. So how do you say thank you in Albanian?
Oh, that's cute. Faleminderit.
Oh, that's a bit long.
Yeah, Okay, you can say the slang one. It's rops.
Rops.
Rops. Kind of.
Rops.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
good. That's very good.
So yes, so everybody will start to use Robs. I know tomorrow when I see Kuyet will tell me Robs. I know that very well. And then
That's very cute. Yeah.
yeah,
I'll
this one
text
is a
you
bit
some other phrases.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. And then when want to say bye in Albania, how do we say
It's another long one. It's Mirupavshim.
it? Mirupavshin.
That's good, Mirupavshim, which means like we're gonna see only for good. We're gonna see each other only for good occasions, kind of like I wish you to see you for good. Mirupavshim.
Okay, okay, Mirupavshin. Okay,
Mirupavshim.
so that one is I think that one should be a bit shorter compared to German. Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Yeah,